Hi guys, Anel Tunes back in another mastering tutorial. Today we are going to be sharing about giving your song a solid low end, as in to make the bass a bit tight, to make it tighter so that it punches and it's really solid. I'll be using the multiband compressor here, the C4 by Waves. You can use any multiband compressor of your choice. If you don't know what a compressor is, what it does, please look through my channel, YouTube channel, or even look through this particular social media platform here. I put links there somewhere. And also, if you don't know how to use a multiband compressor, still do the same thing. You'll find them there. So let's try to listen first to the piece of music we're dealing with, and then we can dive into our topic of the day. This is a beat made by Buta Magical, a very young talented producer, and it's a song by Hatim and Doki. Yep. So in particular, we are dealing with this particular frequency. Basically, we are dealing with the low and the sub. Those are the frequencies that we're dealing with today. We want to see how do we tighten them. So the technique is very simple. It's not difficult whatsoever. Just make your release longer and your attack slower. Like you see, the release here is longer than the release on the high ends and the mid highs and the mids. You realize that the release here is very much longer. And you realize that the attack itself is slower than the attack on these other higher frequencies. Why? Because I don't want the attack to, the compressor to kick in very fast and grab the transients, the punch of the low end. Okay? And why the longer release? Because I don't want the compressor to let go of the low end so easily, because low end has some sustain. I want it to hold the sustain of the low end so that it's contained, it's not all over the place. The reason as to why most producers fail to make the songs sound as loud as they want them to be without getting distortion is because their low end is not contained. So you need your low end to be contained. So if you are to look at this line here that shows what's taking place in the compressor, you realize that this line takes a bit longer down before it goes back up, before it lets the audio go, as opposed to what happens in these higher particular frequencies. Let's try to look at this particular line here and see what it does. I think you can see it takes a bit longer to let go of the low end, and here the snare, as long as the snare hits, it grabs it and lets it go so fast. So that's the technique. Just hold the bass a little bit more, and you must develop your ears to a level whereby you don't depend on what you see, but you depend on what you hear. And that comes with time. The more you do this music, the more you pay attention to these details, the more your ears will be tuned to hearing such things. So basically, that's the technique. Nothing really much, but it makes a big and a huge difference. Thank you for watching Anel Tunes. Once again, feel free to like, follow me, and watch and wait for more tutorials. Bye-bye.